Hey there, how you doing? It's been a long series of days with no end in sight because I have to side hustle to catch up with the events of the last few months. Yeah, there's a lot of catching up to do, but that didn't end being able to go out and do the hobby. So, hello vinyl community, I got another big pile of 78's to go through. So I've taken them home, and last night I slept on it. I'm going back home now to take a nap. When I get up, I'll start putting together some video footage. What I'm going to have to do is probably with this lot, because it's pretty big and I'm trying to keep up with it. It's just 2 big milk crates full, but they all seem to be clean and in good shape. And it looks like most of it is 1920s or earlier, and that's what I was advised on pickup as well. So I don't suspect there's going to be anything super duper special in there, but there should be a lot of fun stuff in there and interesting stuff in there. So you know me, I don't look for value. I just look for, am I entertained? Is this going to be something cool to do? So I suspect that it will be, which means that we'll get 1, maybe 2 videos today, and another one maybe of doing the crate dig, and then after that I'll be able to follow up with doing some spins and playing some sides for you over the coming months, because I'm sure there's going to be some great listens in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will take some video when I can at home of maybe 10-15 records at a time, then pause so I can look and see what's there and add them in on Discogs and try to figure out what's what. That way I can go and post and let you know what my findings are on things. Otherwise, I'll take a whole bunch of photographs of the labels, and when I'm out doing my runs, like if I've got a chart or something, I can sit there and go through what I've got that way, just using the photos to reference and research there. So those I'll turn into slideshows back and forth. But we'll get this done, and it's going to be a ball. Let's take a look at box 1. We'll at least get started tonight. Alright, so being 100% honest here, I looked at my footage here, and as disorienting as it is, and I had to kind of keep cutting away because the camera was bobbing up and down, and you guys can't really look at the labels with that, so I decided from that point on I was just going to do slideshow for the rest of it. Got quite a few Victors from the 1920s, and you know, some of them are one-siders, most of them are not. We got some other stuff like this Pretty Perfect label, tons of these Regals, and the Regals are all in really, most of them, stunning condition. So I'm going to be giving these things a spin. There's a lot of stuff here that I haven't heard and I'm not familiar with, but it was a lot of fun looking through these, absolutely. I enjoy seeing that, you know, some of the labels like Cameo have several different designs out there from the same period, so I'm picking up on that. Got quite a few Brunswicks. Some of them, like these 2 Mercury sleeves. The sleeves are interesting because one says it's for Radio and Television Corporation, the other one says it's from a record company with 2 different addresses, which makes me wonder if those sleeves were for broadcasters, like promo copy. And you know, it was nice that this pile came in sleeves. Most of the sleeves are kind of newer than the majority of the discs, so they're still holding up. But it's been fun to look at those as well for the advertising matter and things that are on some of them. About half of them are generic, and about half of them come from actual labels. Got some more Victors, some more Regals. It's amazing how nice the Regals are. Some of these Emersons are some of the oldest ones. At least so far. In this video, honestly, I'm only getting to look at the first box, so there will be a follow-up. Oh yeah, that Domino is one of the brown wax, and so are these Vocalions, the sort of reddish brown. I love finding those. had one perfect in there that was shown earlier that's also one of those sort of rust-colored or brick-colored discs. There's another Cameo design. This one, it's odd. The label was kind of tore up, but it was actually in really good shape. Just the label had that damage to it. And if you hang out, I've got one at the end that turned out to be the biggest surprise of the lot. There's a lot of dialogue discs, including one that's 4 sides in here with 2 discs. Those are basically vaudeville comedy routines. A lot of vaudeville stuff in here. And one thing that, I don't know, I'm probably going to purge some of this because there's an unusual, well, not unusual, but there's a number of discs in here, a small number of discs that are minstrel show type performers. And I don't know, especially in lieu of everything that's happening right now, I just find that particularly cringe. So you'll see some of them pictured here, but I really don't want them in my collection personally, so I'm going to try to find somebody else that might want to preserve them, and we'll probably be letting those go. Here we go. Here's the one with the 2 discs. Yeah, there were a lot of Columbia. There was one Columbia one-sider in there that's got a bit of damage to the playing surface where it looks like it's cracking from the inside out in a circular pattern following the groove for about 2 inches in one spot. And it's not near any edge, so that's kind of strange, but I haven't photographed it yet. I spotted it this morning as I was headed out the door because I think it's the first time that I've run into a Columbia one-sider in a long time. I didn't look at the back of it to see if it had any kind of sticker on it with any detail or if it was backplated or anything. I'm curious to know, though. And oddly enough, here's the one singular doo-wop record I've found so far. Everything else has been 1930 backwards. Coming up, first of one I've ever found, Irving Kaufman on the Pathé label. And I first assessed it as 1920, then 1923. Finally found it on Discogs. It's from 1926. It's this beautiful multicolor shellac. I've seen pictures of them online. I've seen them listed on eBay, but I don't typically buy shellac stuff online because it's a good way to get a bag of chips. But I'm so happy to have that. That is a pretty thing right there. Wow. And so ends part 1 of the crate dig from this haul. Turns out I only got through about a third of them, so there will be at least 2 more of these videos, and I'll probably be putting them up about a week apart. I did a pretty good haul on this one. The music that you've heard in the background, the 3 songs were listed, including Saxophobia that's playing now. If you want to just take a note of those, if you'd like to hear them isolated, there are existing videos where I did more coverage on those specific records from prior hauls and did full side play of those tracks isolated so that you can better hear them. And they are quite enjoyable, so I welcome you to please do go check that out. All right, that's it for today, and we'll see you again soon on Weird Spins. Thank you for checking these out with me. It's been a lot of fun. you.